friends, welcome back to 4F Beauty. For the first time in 4 days, the post has arrived, and I had some deliveries. So I've got a little bit of a mini haul for you. I'm also, from this little mini haul, I'm going to be doing a foundation review. And I noticed I've got a comment on the smoky eye half cut crease tutorial that I did for Shona. Jemma has asked if I can show how to put a blue eyeshadow look on without looking like you've gone 6 rounds with Tyson or Bruno or I don't know, a newer box. I'm not really into boxing. So first off, let me just show you what arrived. So, from Jeffree Star, I've got another lip scrub from the Lovesick collection. Actually, it's from Beauty Bay, but it is the Jeffree Star chocolate coated strawberries, and I shall be using that when I take this lipstick off. From Boots, recommended by Lydia. Now, last time I mentioned Lydia, she was watching with one of her sons, JJ, and I promised that next time I mentioned her, I'd also mention him. So, hi JJ, and if you're watching too, Eddie, which is her oldest son, hi to you too, sunshine. This is what Lydia, she made me buy it. She talked about it. Apparently, it's done absolute wonders for her skin in terms of clearing up blemishes, etc. And we could all do with some help in that area, couldn't we? You know, I mean, unless you're blessed with perfect skin, in which case I hate you. I don't really, honest. Don't go. I don't hate you, I promise. That was close. So I will be giving this a try over the next couple of days. I don't tend to review any new skincare until I've used it a few weeks, because you can't really tell from an initial application how your skin is going to react to it. So I will give you a check-in in a few videos' time on how that's doing for me. I had my delivery from Colourpop, which made me super excited, because I was so worried with this snow. I thought, oh no, it's going to get past the time for delivery and then it's going to get sent back, and I had a one-time use code to save myself some money, and then I won't apply if I try to reorder them when the colours that I want are out of stock. And I had a bitch fit. So when the post lady arrived this morning, I nearly kissed her. She's I've never seen someone quite so happy to have their post, apparently. It's her response. And that's the door. Bear with. I'm back. Here was another delivery. Okay, let's. Where was I? I was showing you my Colourpop's Luxe Lippies in Still Crazy and Getty. Do I show you what just arrived, or do I continue where I was before? I can't resist. I've got to show you what arrived. I really wasn't going to buy one of these, but then Beauty Bay had a discount code, and I am a Welsh bird, and it is red, and I deserve to be a star, don't I? Ooh. Oh, I can't. I was praying as I was opening this. Please don't be broken. Please don't be broken. So scared that was going to be cracked when it arrived. Thank the Lord it wasn't. My final delivery was from Superdrug, and in there, no, it's not my final delivery. I also had another tube of After Inked. Now I had a little sachet of this after I got my tribute tattoo done for my mum, which is this one here. And it smelled and behaved exactly the same way as the Glam Glow Volcanizer or Volcasmic Moisturiser, which smells like chocolate orange and did absolute wonders for my aged skin. So I got another couple of sachets and tried it out on my face, and it does the same job as Glam Glow, but pot of Glam Glow, 50 quid. Big tube of After Inked, 14. I know which one I'm using. And my final delivery was Superdrug. This is my trick to soft lips. I know it sounds daft, but don't run away. I haven't gone mad. This does wonders for your lips, and it's 95p for this whole tube. It lasts way longer than any lip salves have that I've ever bought. Another one of my, I love this, Superdrug pore cleansing pads. I use these after I've washed my face. They're ever so slightly rough, so you get ever so slight physical exfoliation without overstressing your skin by using those. I'm also going to try, because I've got a couple of the pressed MUA, so I thought I've not had a loose highlighter, so I thought I'd give this a try. But the most exciting thing, and the thing that I'm going to be doing a foundation review on, Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. Happy days! Okay, that's the intro for my whole video. I am now going to take all of this makeup off and start afresh. Don't go away now. Hello! Welcome from the intro where I didn't do my song. When will I be YouTube famous? It's that Jeffree Star mirror. It got me all discombobulated. Right, as you can see, foundation and concealer are on. It's a new one for me. It's the Revolution Fast Base, and obviously I went for the matching concealer and define concealer. Doing a wear time test on this today. Being a dewy foundation, I have to admit I am slightly worried because we all know dewy foundations and oily skin do not mix. However, I'm going to go in with some of this Revolution lace powder, and I've got I say empty every time I put some in the lid and then don't use it all. I tap it into here. So, tap some into the lid, like always. And let's get this set before the concealer starts creasing. This is one of the Morphe brushes from the set I was telling you about, the gold set. The Islay set, if I remember, I will link it in the description below, if it's still available. Now going into my Kabuki brush, my Real Techniques. And we all know how much trouble my nose gives me in terms of keeping foundation on. So we well and truly push the powder in. I know what you're thinking. You got a dewy foundation. Why are you covering it in? Why are you covering it in powder? Because if I don't, darling, it won't be on my face in about an hour's time. I don't go to all this trouble to have it disappear. Big fluffy brush. Let's set the rest of the face. Going first for the areas that, on me at least, are the oiliest. Just to get this foundation as good a chance as possible. Because obviously when I do a foundation wear test, I don't blot during the day, I don't add any additional powder. I literally just, once the setting spray has been applied, the only thing I do is touch my lipstick up during the day if it needs it, which, as I'm wearing a bullet lipstick today, it will need it. Okie dokie. Now, Jemma asked me to do a blue look for her. So, if I can. I recorded a video earlier where I put a wig on, and the strands of wig every blooming wear. But you're going to have to wait until October to see that one. As always, my little spoolie. Yeah, I know I normally do bronzer and blush first, but some days I like to switch it up a little bit. So as always, I'm using my Essence Superlast 24-hour eyebrow pomade pencil waterproof in dark brown. Oh, I'm going crazy today. Believe it or not, I've done 2 films before the post arrived. And then once the post arrives, I'm doing another 2. I must be nuts. Actually, the filming of it's easy. It's the sometimes instead of just taking the little plastic cover off, I pull the whole brush bit out, which has got a little sharpener at the other end. It did at least give me a chance to show you that. It makes it a bit difficult when you want to smudge it through your brows though, and you sort of don't have a brush. Definitely going stir crazy today. But at least it has stopped snowing, thank the Lord. Unfortunately, although we've not had any snow for 24 hours, the temperatures are not dropping low enough for the sort of 7-8 inches that we've got outside to melt and bugger off. Which is frustrating because it still means that, you know, I can't risk going out unless I've got my husband with me, because if I do stack it, he's about the only person strong enough, quite honestly, to lift me back up again. And obviously he's working, he's doing, he's been on lates most of this week. He's actually on a nice shift today. He's on a 9:05 or 9:06 today, which means he'll be home at a nice time, which is good, means we can eat at a sensible time. He's been on 12/8s the rest of the week, which, you know, by the time he obviously walks home, because I'm not able to get out in the car and pick him up, makes it about 8:30, 8:45 before he gets in, love him, and then we've got to decide what we're going to do for tea. I always like to give him a choice of 2 options as to what he fancies when he walks through the door. Aside from me, of course, he always fancies his wife. This is the Benefit Ready Set Brow, which they've renamed, I believe, to Brow Setting Gel. You can use any clear gel, clear mascara. You can even spray hairspray onto a spoolie and put it through that way, just to help control your brows. Now I'm going to use my favourite bronzer today. If if I can get the damn thing open. I always struggle with this. At least it means you know the powder's going to stay good. This is the Barry M Afterglow Light Bronzer. As always, my So Eco fluffy brush. As you know, I don't contour. Because I've got quite high cheekbones anyway. I'm quite lucky in that respect. I'm also, where I'm on the cool side, I find it very difficult to find a contour shade that doesn't either look too orange and then looks like a bronzer on me, or looks too grey and then looks muddy and dirty, and that's not a look I go for, thank you very much. Right, so as always, this is the big fluffy brush that I use for my bronzer, and a more tapered one for the blush. Today I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Colour Icon in Pearlescent Pink. Yes, it's difficult to get in the UK, you can get it in Amazon, on Amazon even. But it's just such a beautiful apricot-y colour. And if you're pale to light medium or light tan, it's a gorgeous colour to do your cheeks with. Do I want to sculpt my jawline today? Yeah, why not? I don't always, it depends on my mood. Sometimes, to be quite honest, I just forget. Fibro fog kicks in. Do you know, there's even times I've actually gone out of the house and I've not done my eyebrows. And then my mate looks at me and she's like, oh, what? Where's your eyebrows, Con? So yeah. Even forgot setting spray. I nearly forgot highlight one day. You ever seen me walk out the house without highlight on? You know I'm not well. Speaking of which, we've got a new one of those to try today as well. But what we're doing today, Jemma, bless her, commented on my smoky tutorial that she did a blue look and got told it looked like a bruise. So she's asked for, you know, a blue tutorial. And being a girl from the 80s, I wore a lot of pink and blue eyeshadow, alright? Don't judge me. Going into my Blush Tribe palette because, as we know, fabulous colours. This is all matte, this palette, and I'm going to be going down here. Alright, so I'm going to supplement it with my Zulu by Jovials. Okay, because this blue here, if I swatch for you, you can see it's a lovely aqua shimmer. So I should be using that on the main part of my lid. But obviously I'm going to lay a few mattes down for you first. Now, as before, I will try and remember to annotate on the screen which colours I am using. But I'm going to be going down this first blue row here. Alrighty. Fluffy brush from that set again from Morphe that I mentioned, the Eye Slay, which they spelled E-Y-E instead of the letter I. And as ever, my colour switch to change colours on the brush. So I'm going to go into, I don't know if you've seen my Blush Tribe tutorial, but I'm going to go into the sea bluey green that I used to smoke underneath my eyes last time. Let's zoom you in a fraction. There we go. And I'm going to, as always, follow my eyeball. You're going to be sick of hearing me saying this, those of you who've seen all of my videos. But I have to admit, there are people out there who this could be the first video of mine that you ever watch. So, when you look straight ahead, I can see all of my mobile lids, so I don't have a hooded eye. So for my crease, I can just follow my physical eyeball. If when you look ahead, you only see half, or you don't see any of that, then you've got either half hooded or hooded lids. So get a pencil brush, pick up the colour you want, and whilst looking straight ahead, sketch where you need your crease to be. Once you've done that a few times, you won't need to sketch it out, you're going to know where your crease goes. But there's absolutely no reason in the world that you can't follow this tutorial just by moving your crease up a fraction. Now, because blues are a very vibrant colour and because they can look a little bit bruisey if you're not careful, I don't take this up as high as I usually do. I usually go within about 4 or 5 mils of my brow. But when I'm using just blues, I try not to do that. I try to keep it down a little bit. Okay. As always, if you are faster than me or you are an expert and you can blend quicker than I can, feel free to speed me up so I look like a chicken, sound like someone on helium. If, however, you like the kind of tutorial that you don't have to keep pausing, you're in the right place. So, have you pressed the like button yet? Have you pressed the subscribe button? If you've subscribed, are you part of my notification squad? If not, why not? We have a lot of fun here. Okay, so I've just laid that really soft blue down. Alright, cleaning my brush off. Then I'm going to pick up this God, there's wig hair everywhere. I'm going to pick up this Real Techniques base shadow brush, which looks like this. And I'm going to go into the deeper blue. Normally I sketch it with my pencil brush, but with blues I like a bit of a softer look to them. So I just stick it in the corner and top lid waggle, bottom lid wiggle. Give it a wiggle. Go about 2/3 of the way across the eye and do the outside corner. Okay, so you can see the difference there. I've not added a huge amount of colour, but I have just defined the outside edge of my eye. I'm now going to repeat the same thing this side. Where we didn't go so high with the first blue, I'm not taking this very high either, keeping it mainly contained to my crease area. A little bit of circular motion here just to soften the edges between the two colours. When you're blending colours together, the whole point is that there shouldn't ever be, unless you're doing a cut crease or a half cut crease, there shouldn't ever be a line where you can say, oh, that's where one colour stops and the next one starts. Okay, so we just add a little bit of colour there. I like to do all of my matte shadows before I do my shimmers, and you'll know that I like putting colours underneath my lashes. So with this nice flat brush here, I'm a child of the 80s, I'm going to have to go for pink. You don't have to use pink. You can smoke it with a blue, you can smoke it with a brown, you can smoke it with a green actually, if you get the right shade of green. But there's a lovely raspberry pink, which I think, if we give that a little bit of a wiggle under our bottom lashes, might look a little bit lush. Beautiful raspberry. Just wiggling it up under our bottom lashes here. quite tight to the lash line, and only going about 2/3 of the way along the eye. Okay. As you know, I normally add a second colour now and smoke out, but what I'm going to do, just with a dry brush, just gently soften the edges of that. Because the risk of putting too much pink under your eyes, you can look like you've got conjunctivitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. So that's done with the mattes. And now I'm going to pop my blush tribe palette down, pick up my Juvia's Zulu palette, and using my big packer brush that I always use, I'm going to go into this beautiful aqua blue that I swatched for you earlier. Now, even with a packer brush, Juvia's do kick up quite a bit of powder. So do tap your brush off unless you want sparkly blue freckles. Oh, on the 2/3 of the eye that hasn't got any colour. We'll just add a little pop of this shimmer. Okay, and then we're just going to do exactly the same thing on this side here. I quite like doing monochrome looks where you have just all shades of one colour on your lid. It can be very striking, very striking indeed. And now it just needs liner and mascara, which I'm not going to bore you with, I'll do that off camera. But because I don't know how much this powder highlight's going to kick out, this is the MUA Prism, if I can get it to focus, there we go, in shade Star Illusion, which is the lightest and looks like it could have a bluey greeny shift to it, so it could go quite nicely with this. See, I took the outside packaging off, forgot to check for the hygiene seal inside. I wish they'd make these little tabs. Yeah, I did it. Smoking. Somebody stop it. Right, so I'm just going to tap some of this out into the lid. Oh, okay, that comes out really quick, folks, so be super careful with it. Using my little brush, I'm going to pick that up and pop it in the inner corner. That's actually quite pretty. It's not bluey green at all, is it? It's got like a pinky shift to it. Try not to put it in your eye. I tend to find that stings quite a bit. You don't have to do this inner corner highlight, but I do find it does just brighten the look up a little bit. Still don't know how I feel about this highlighter, to be honest. But then, this is my first use of a loose, oh good lord, loose highlighter. Well, nobody can say it doesn't pack a punch. Ooh. Bunches are definitely being packed into my teardrop shaped brush, which, if you're a regular viewer, you know this is what I like for putting my nose, chin, and cheek highlight on with. Oh, good lord. Okay. Oh, it does blend out. Okay, that's not. It's actually almost like a goldy pink. Absolutely not what I was expecting. Very pretty though. Not as blinding as a Jeffrey Skin Frost, but then it's not as expensive as a Jeffrey Skin Frost either. And you can build it up. Oh, and look at that. This is one of the ways to tell whether your highlighter's a good one or not. When you look straight ahead like this, you don't see a splooge of colour here until I turn my face. Then you see the colour. That's the sign of a good highlight, folks. Right, I am going to go off camera, do some liner and mascara, and I'll be straight back. Don't go nowhere. Hey, welcome back. Liner, lashes. Okay, now the lipstick I'm going to go for today is another one from my haul. It's one of the Colourpop's Luxe lipsticks in a shade Getty. Packaging for this is beautiful. It's kind of a rose gold with stars all over it. And then, can you see that? It's got stars imprinted all the way around the bullet. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Alright, let's put this on. Oh, super creamy. Wow. You can see there's absolutely no streaking with that at all. That's beautiful. Really like this. Much improvement on their lippy sticks. They tended to be a bit dry and a bit tuggy on your lips, but that was fantastic. I'm going with a different fixing spray today. I'm going to go in with my I Heart makeup and liberally douse the face. You all know I like a lot of fixing spray. What's it got to do? Right, I'll do something with this hair. See you in a mo. Oh, back again. Told you it wouldn't be long. See? So super quick. Instant in YouTube land. Right, what do I think of the things that I used from my haul today? Jeffree Star Lip Scrub in chocolate coated strawberry. As ever, his lip scrubs are by far the best I've used. They taste amazing. and they do a really good job of exfoliating your lips. Nipple cream, used it before, done a really good job of moisturising my lip while I was doing the rest of my makeup, and enabled that lipstick to glide on beautifully without skipping or catching. And my lips have been super dry with this snow. It's just it's been horrible. It really has. The foundation went on super fast. Is dewy though, so it'll be interesting to see on my check-ins later on today on the foundation review how it fares, because the last dewy foundation that I tried on my channel, which is the L'Oreal Pro Glow, I'm not sure I've put that review up yet. This one will probably go up first, but that struggled to go beyond 4 or 5 hours. So it'll be interesting to see how well the Revolution one fares. Then we had the loose highlight. It's okay. I mean, it's a highlight. It does what it says on the tin. It's highlighted my face. It's a little bit messier than a pressed highlight, obviously, but you know, it's a loose highlighter. It's going to be messier, but yeah, I'm happy. And that lipstick, oh boy, that lipstick, love it. These Colourpop Luxe lipsticks, super creamy, non-streaky. Certainly this colour anyway. I'll be interested to see how Still Crazy is. I'll try and use that in the next video that I do. It feels lovely and lightweight on my lips. I really can't feel... Yeah, I can't feel that I've got lipstick on at all, which I like that one. I mean, that's why I like the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks and his bullet lipsticks, because they're very light. You don't feel them. It doesn't feel greasy on your lips, because I hate that feeling. So yeah, all in all, so far, I'm pretty damn impressed with everything that's arrived. But even though I didn't use it, I think my favourite has got to be the mirror. One day I'll be YouTube famous. Till then, I'm going to have to rely on you guys liking my videos, subscribing, joining my notification squad, sharing my videos. If you enjoy watching me, maybe your friends would too. That's enough self-promotion for one day. See you soon. Have a fab rest of your day. Bye now.